I know you're busy, but I really want to get into grading, but don't really know what to look for in a card. So the 4 things that you're really looking for. So there's 4 main grading criteria. So there's centering, corners, edges, and surface. So all of those will be assessed from a 1 to 10 scale, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. And all of them will kind of come into this magic formula that will ultimately give you a grade. So the centering, as like a quick kind of notification, or I don't even know why I said that, like as a quick recap. So centering is like where you see this yellow border. So you would measure something like this. So say I put the sleeve over here. So I have a transparent ruler here. And so if I were to kind of put the ruler on top of the card, so you can kind of see these millimeter markers. And again, you might have to go full screen, which if you just swipe left, I think that's what, or hold it down, one of the two. So I just kind of do it this way. And roughly you're trying to go around like 2.5 millimeters on both sides is like the standard. But this one, for example, is 3. And so 3 on the left. And then we got, let's see, about 2.5 on the right side. So it's a little bit thicker on that left side. But if you did some math, let's see. So if I did math, so 3 divided by 5.5. So it is 0.54. So the 0.54 would tell me that the centering is within the 10 range for the front. So PSA's maximum is 55.45. So that's why I just used the ruler. And so technically, the centering on the front is great. And I'm just going to focus on the front because you basically just say do what I'm doing, but also on the back as well. So the other thing is you're going to want to look for corners. So if there's any whitening or discoloration or anything like that, that doesn't make it look crispy, that's going to damage your corners or edge score. Math. So basically just use so you add the 2 values of the measurements of the millimeter. So on the left side was, I'm not going to put it on the card, but the left side was a 3, so 3 millimeters from the edge from the left to the right on the yellow part, and then the same thing on the right side. And then you just add those 2 values together and you divide the first value against the total, which would be the one side, and then you divide the other by the other side. So that's your ratio. So the corners, so you can kind of see here. So there's a little bit of edge wear, a little bit of some dings and dents. So the corners and the edges, there's going to be a ding against the grade. So this one, we're already kind of out of anything above an 8 at this point, right? So all that silvering. So the best case scenario would probably be a 7 just to start.